Hey guys, welcome back to my channel or my living room. So I wanted to do a little something different and do a Q&A in a more like relaxed setting. If you were actually here, we were just talking, and yeah, I don't know. I got bored of my background and I filmed this earlier today, and I know like the lighting is horrible, but we'll just use this as a test or Q&A and see how we feel about it. Sorry, I kept looking in the viewfinder. I just wanted to make sure that I was at least in focus. But yes, I asked you guys a while back some questions to ask me, or you guys asked me questions, and I tried filming it and it just didn't go well, so I had to put it off, and now finally I can do this bad boy. So I'm going to go back to that post on Instagram, and I'm just gonna load all the comments, and I'm just gonna randomly answer some questions. I'm not sure if this video is gonna be long or whatever, but if it is, my apologies. And yeah, let's just roll on into the questions. And Selena Shanley asks, what foundation is your all-time holy grail? That's a very hard question because I used a ton of different ones. Right now, high-end foundation, I feel like I am loving the Decor Air Flash. It's the aerosol spray one. I just feel like my skin looks so flawless when I use that, and I use so little of product, and I feel like the more flawless I look is when I'm using less product. So yes, that. And for drugstore, I've been absolutely loving the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Pro Matte foundation. It's actually what I have on my face right now. It doesn't look that awesome right now, so don't judge that, but I've been loving that foundation. It's just been making my face feel flawless. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Crystal asks. And honestly, I hope I'm still doing YouTube. I absolutely love doing this for a living. It's my dream. And yeah, I would love to do that. But I also have my esthetician license, or I am an esthetician, aesthetics license, however you want to put it. And I haven't put that to use yet, but I actually really like the whole facial process of massage. It's so relaxing, and I love doing the scrubs on other people and just, you know, making a person feel relaxed. Yeah, I actually enjoyed that. So I will definitely be doing that if YouTube doesn't fall or doesn't go through. And I know a lot of you ask, well, what would you be doing if you didn't have YouTube? Blah, 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 blah. And when I was going to college, I graduated high school right away, and then I went to college and I got my associate's degree on time like everybody else. But then I got married, and then a year later I got pregnant, and I decided that I just wanted to commit myself and raise my children and be a full-time stay-at-home mom. And I know a lot of women aren't fortunate enough to do that, and I was, and I'm so lucky that I was, because I didn't miss any moments. And I know how hard that must be on moms who can't do that. And yeah, that's how YouTube even came up. That's why I started doing it, is because I was at home, and when the kids would nap and stuff, I wanted to do something on the side. But anyways, I'm going completely off topic. I actually wanted to get my degree in hospitality management, which is pretty funny. I worked at it was called Sandpiper Cove Condominiums in Destin, and I worked the front desk, and I just felt like that I wanted to work like cruise lines or something like that, and just travel a lot, or do something with travel and hospitality. It was super easy, and I just felt like it fit my personality and that it would be super fun, and that's the route that I was gonna go whenever I did college. And then once I got into the beauty world, and then me and my ex-husband separated, I wanted to do something that dealt with that, so I decided to get my esthetician license. And yeah, that was really, really fun, and that's what I would do. I would do something related to that. If YouTube failed, I would work in a spa somewhere, maybe freelance and do some makeup, because I absolutely love making people feel good about themselves. And yeah, That's what I would do. And someone asked, how are your kids doing? My kids are doing great. They just started first grade yesterday. I will insert picture here of them on their first day, and they absolutely loved it. They weren't scared. They are completely pros at this whole school thing, and I couldn't be more proud. They're just growing up to be such wonderful human beings, and I love those babies. I love Caden and Alana so much. Was it hard for you to co-parent? Also, how did your ex feel about the twins being around your boyfriend? Did you talk to him first, or you decided on your own it was okay? It's actually not hard to co-parent with my ex because we are actually very good friends. We get along with each other. Well, actually, I wouldn't say we're very good friends. I would just say that we were together for so long, and there's no ill blood between the two of us. I think that's important. You want a good relationship with your kid's dad, and it's easier whenever you like the person that you had kids with. You can raise your kids better. It's just a much better situation. My boyfriend currently is friends with my ex-husband, and I'm friends with my ex-husband's girlfriend, and it's all just a very pleasant situation, honestly. My ex is very comfortable with my boyfriend being around the kids. The thing is, the town that we grew up in is very small, and we all know each other. I know that's kind of cliche to say with small towns, but it's kind of true. So yeah, he has no problem. And did you talk to him first, or you decided on your own it was okay? No, I did not talk to him because we're both adults, and I trust that he's going to make the right decision for my kids, and I would hope he trusts me to do the same. And I know that a lot of you guys wonder how I did that, or how I decided to introduce my kids to Kyle, and I didn't spotlight him. When I introduced the kids to Kyle, it was like a family barbecue kind of thing, and there was a ton of people there, and he introduced himself as if there were other people there, all introducing themselves to my kids. Do you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't something to, it was like, oh, Kate and Alana, this is my boyfriend Kyle. And it wasn't like that with me and Kyle. We weren't like, okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriend today. This is how we're gonna live our life. We're gonna introduce you to everyone as my, you know what I'm saying? It was just, we dated, and then eventually he started being around my kids more. You know, it was very slow as far as him coming into my life with my kids. I know it seems as though that I just popped him up is because whenever you put your first video up, it's like, oh, there he is. She just had him pop up in his life. But no, I don't film the aspects of me introducing my kids and stuff like that. It was just it was a very slow process. It wasn't anything like, Mom, this is Mom's boyfriend Kyle, you know, like they got to know him and we hung out with him, we did things together. Like I said, I am good friends with Kyle's sister, and that's how this even started. And yeah, it was all okay when it came to that. Where do you shop for your twins? They always look so stylish. Why, thank you very much. And I shop at Old Navy, is it Jamboree, one of those. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Where else? Macy's, or not Macy's, Belk has cute stuff. Mainly Jamboree. They have the cutest stuff for kids, and they do really good sales a lot, and they always have these gym buck deals, which I absolutely love. So yeah, those are the places. What is one favorite thing about your life? My absolute favorite thing about my life is that I love my life. I just feel like I am very blessed to live the life that I live. I have 2 perfect children, and I'm alive, and my parents are with me, and I just have such amazing friends and family that support me and that surround me, and I just feel like I can't complain. Now, I'm not perfect. I have horrible days. I have depression. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm like painting myself to be this perfect person or whatever, but everyone gets depressed, everyone gets sad, everyone has happy days, everyone has bad days, you know? And yes, I just try to focus on the fact that I am very, very blessed to live this life, and I want to embrace that, and I just want to live life every day as thankful as I can for everything that I have, and that it could always be much worse. And another thing that I'm trying to really, really work on is stop comparing your life to someone else's or their successes to yours. Yeah, I am very lucky to live the life that I live, and I just count my blessings every day, and I try not to be so negative. Where do you get inspiration on decorating your home? It's so perfect. Well, thank you so much. I do not think that it's perfect, but I think I'm gonna do a whole video on that, because like decorating for dummies, because I am not a good decorator, you guys. Like, it makes me so happy when you guys tell me that I am, because that's one thing that I feel like I'm terrible at. But what I do is I will go on Pinterest, okay? Whatever color scheme you like, whatever, anything, it's available online for you everywhere. You can be your own decorator, and I will take rooms that I'm obsessed with, and let's say you want to decorate your coffee table decor, and then gray or black, whatever style you are into, and then take those pictures, save them, and mimic it. That's all that I do. If there's something, like if I need to decorate my fireplace, I'll look on Pinterest or I'll look on Google, anywhere, and I will look at so many different designs, and then I will pick out the pieces myself. Even if you like this picture so much and you like the way that they have it displayed, copy it exactly, and just, not exactly, but get a frame that's the exact same size as the other, or maybe not exact, or one that's very similar to the picture. You get what I'm saying here? And just find something that looks similar and copy it. Basically like how us beauty vloggers do like celebrity inspired makeup looks, or you try and mimic another look, but in that case just do it with furniture. And I do that so much, you guys. I will just find pictures that I absolutely love on Pinterest, and I will let that be my guide, and I'll have the picture on my phone, legit, walking through Home Goods, like I love this so much, and I just find pieces of furniture that help me. So there you go. Totally do that in your next setup. Where is your favorite place to shop? Honestly, I would probably say Forever 21, but I won't say that it's my favorite. It's my favorite in the aspect of it's affordable and they have a ton of different things. I feel like it's about time to me to be stopping shopping at Forever 21, but I don't know. I just go on there, I'll see something and I'm just like, it's so cheap, so I end up buying it. Where else do I like? Like if I could shop anywhere, honestly, I don't have one. If I just walk around, I'm sure I could find something in any store. But yeah, Forever 21 I always go back to and shop. So I hope that answers your question. That was a terrible answer. Best parenting advice you wish someone would have told you. Expecting my first in November. Aw, congratulations. That, I'll just tell you what I feel like I would want a first parent to know, just based off experience. And that's just to be easy on yourself. Especially if it's your first kid. You are going to, you have no idea what you're doing. You know, you are a brand new parent. Of course you have your parents to compare to, or how they raised you, but you're gonna make mistakes, you're not gonna be perfect, and when those moments come, just don't tear yourself up about it. There's certain times that I could remember that where I would have wished that I made different choices, or you know, but just don't beat yourself up about it. As long as your child is, you know, happy and you're feeding, you know, the basic necessities to take care of your kids, just as long as they're happy, then you're doing the best job that you can absolutely do. Just don't beat yourself up about it. I totally did that. I would just, sometimes I would just cry because I don't know, you just get nervous. You're in charge of another human being's life. You are, and sometimes you feel like you don't even have your own life together, so you're gonna be taking care of other ones, you know? Just take it easy, take it one day at a time. Know that you are not the only one who is experiencing whatever you're feeling, someone else is, and just keep it moving. You are a good parent, you're a good mom, and you'll get through it. You make the right decisions for your kids, and yes, that is what I feel like I would tell the first parent. Don't beat yourself up about it, as you're doing your best and you're only human. There's someone else in your position who feels the exact same way. So, okay, I hope that made sense. Do you prefer chocolate or ice cream? Totally random. I would say chocolate, yeah, for sure. Ice cream kind of makes me have to go to the bathroom. TMI. If you could write a letter to your younger self, what would you say? Only using 2 words. And what would I say to young Melissa? Have fun. You know, I know that's kind of silly to think, because you're wondering, yeah, why would you say have fun? When I was younger, I was just, I'll do a whole video on that. I feel like I want to do a video, like a message to my younger self and like a message to kids or people who are in high school. I feel like I want to share that with you, and I feel like it would help some of you, just because I don't want people to do what I did as far as like self-esteem and how I locked my, you'll see. I'll talk about that later. But good question, you sparked a video idea. Do you plan to ever live somewhere besides Florida? By the way, I live like an hour away from you, Pensacola. Oh, yay, maybe I'll run into you someday. You know what? I have lived outside of Florida before, and this is the first time I've lived back in a very, very long time. And I missed Florida. The town that I live in necessarily I didn't miss, just because it's but I think I'm gonna raise my kids in Florida just because my family is here, and my kids love their grandma and grandpa so much. And yes, if an opportunity brings me somewhere, then I would totally go, because I love to travel. I love putting myself in something new. But as of right now, I would say that I'm gonna raise my kids in Florida. Be my last question, because it says it was already 20 minutes long. That's insane. And this was such a good question. It's all about like relationships and mom help, but whatever. Explain for all mommies to understand your point of view with being in a committed, serious relationship. When is a good time to introduce? Spotting red flags. How do you explain to kids to meet your new friend? And most importantly, how to keep it all healthy as possible for everyone on the team. It's tough for a mom to not just choose the right one for herself, but to choose the right one for her kids. Hope you get to read this post and decide to answer. Enjoy your hard work behind your YouTube ideas. Oh, thank you so much. Her name was Jazzy Happiness. That's a really good question. And I will try and answer it to the best that I can without this video being so darn long. All right, so if you are in a new, committed, serious relationship and you want to introduce them to your kids, and you yourself feel like you are making the right decision, you should absolutely do it. You have been caring for these kids your entire life, or their entire life, and you know what's best for your kids. You're their parent. I mean, I wouldn't, and this is just me, and I know some people who do this. I don't think that it's good to introduce kids to revolving door of boyfriends. And I know that I'm gonna get heated debate on this, because I'm sure some of you are guilty of that. And I don't wanna say guilty, because everyone's different, but I'm just telling you from my preference. You introduce your kids to new men each time. I just think about that. Think about that for a second, what that does to your kids, what kind of imprint it does. So, and this is going so off topic. I'll talk about that in another video. If you're doing that, I 100% don't recommend that at all, but I'm not here to judge. You can live your life however you want to, but in my opinion, I just don't think that's a good idea. And for me, what I did, I always knew who Kyle was. It wasn't a big deal for me to introduce my kids to him, because he's just another human being. He's another, and I didn't set it up to my kids like, oh, Ma, or Kaden and Alana, this is mommy's boyfriend, Kyle. I never did that, ever. My kids were old enough to understand the difference. You know what I mean? Like they caught on, and it wasn't shoved down their throats. I didn't shove Kyle down their throats, essentially. Me, in my case, the people that we hung out with, it worked out, because I already hung out with Kyle's sister. We hung out all the time. Our kids are so close in age. They're like a year apart, and we hung out all the time anyways. It wasn't in my situation, it was perfect because it wasn't the normal situation to where you had to introduce him to everyone. You know, he was already there. He's Kyle, Kayla's little brother. You know, that's why it was so easy for me in that way. There were no red flags because it's Kyle. I've always known him. He's the little brother. You know, that's why it's so kind of weird that we're dating. You'll know. You will, if you have to question to yourself whether or not you should introduce your kids to your boyfriend, I just feel like that's a red flag in itself. You shouldn't, you'll want to, you can't wait to introduce the love of your lives, which is your kids, to the person that you are just so happy with. It'll just come, you'll just feel excited to share that because you'll feel, one, you'll feel like the person that you're with is excited to meet the most important people in your life, and it'll just happen, you know, like if you feel like it's in your gut that you don't know whether or not you should do it, then don't do it. It shouldn't feel like that. It shouldn't feel stressful at all. Yes, you're gonna do, bottom line, do what's right for you and your kids. Your number one priority in this should be your kids, 100%. Think about them. Think about if the decision for you to introduce this person to them is going to benefit them or if it's going to go against them in some way. And you're the parent, you know exactly what decision is going to be good or bad for them. Go with that feeling. Whatever feels right to you, then that can't be wrong because you feel that it's right, you know? And you're gonna do whatever you're going to feel is best for you and your family. And I just feel like that's the best way that I can answer that question. I hope that I didn't offend anyone. I'm sure that I did, and I'm sorry if I did, but I just, the revolving door thing, that's where that is. I'm sorry if that was like this, but yeah, I hope that kind of answered it. And I'm not here to judge anyone or anything like that because whatever you do, that's your choice, and you know what I mean. But you know, you just asked, someone asked me the question. Somebody asked me the question. And we can talk more about these in other videos. I want to do more chit chat videos like this. And yeah, I apologize if this video, you didn't like the setting of it. If you would much rather have a light or be in a more professional setting, then just let me know. I just wanted to chill. And talk. So, okay. All right. I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.